Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 71. We're currently playing as Kaiser Ulrich III of the Holy Roman Empire. He's the son of Kaiser Ulrich II, who is the son of Kaiser Ludolf, and so on and so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony. Currently involved as an ally in the Sinite conquest of Shandex, which is basically this guy down in Sinai. He's Norse apparently, which is a little odd. He's attacking the Byzantine Kaiser, as it would be, who is also a Ludolfinger, for part of Crete. That's fine. I'm not particularly caring about being involved. I doubt that he can actually, because this is Sinai down here, and he's attacking this place up here. To even get there, he's going to have issues. And I think the Byzantines will hold that perfectly fine. Now let's just have a quick look at our truces. We have a truce with the Duke of Livonia, that's fine. We've got a truce with Italy, Burgundy, Hungary, West Francia, and Estonia. The Hungarian one runs out in just under 4 years from now, so that would be a opportunity for us to take Transylvania or Thames. We do have, I believe, a claim on something down here in Varazdin, but we'll look at that in a while. We're currently involved in subjugating some pagans up north. Maybe the Ruthenian, though the Ruthenian is Orthodox, so we just have to be a bit careful of that. Now, before we even get started, I shifted where we were going to extend our realm westward to last episode. So if you missed it, here's the basic rundown. Previously, I've said that we were going to hold at the river, what is this, the river Dnieper? And sort of up here sort of thing. And onto whatever this river up here is, which I'm not sure. The Volkhov. So this line up here on the Dnieper until you get to this portage here. Which, if you were Norse, you can actually get ships through that onto Verbetsk, and then onto, it's not Verbetsk, onto the river Dwina, and then onto the Levat river, that actually is. And with the Volkhov being a bit north of Lake Ilmen. So that was what we were going to hold, everywhere to the east of that. We've extended this a little bit, just to take into account kingdoms. I'm still a little skeptical about it, but basically we want to go as far as this border up here. So the westernmost borders of Rus, Ruthenia, and Taurica. And that's it. Until the hordes show up, and then we can actually, attempt to fight them or something. It's not going to be pretty, but, we just got to see what we can do with that. So, let's just go to independent realms. So because of that, we were going to take Pskov here, even though it's not part of Lithuania, which we've been taking. We've only got 2 provinces left in Lithuania that we don't have. One is this guy, who despises us, like absolutely despises us, so we can't have vassalization there. And we have a truce with this guy for another 10 years. We've just finished fighting him. Another thing we could do, that we're not actually going to have to do, would be to attack King Sigurd here for a de jure claim on Grodno. We don't have to do that because the Kievan Duke, who is our man, is fighting him for Grodno. That's fine. So instead of attacking him for Grodno, we would perhaps hit him for, well, somebody has claims on Orsha. My son has claims on Orsha. We could do that. That wouldn't be too bad. It's part of a... Yeah, you know what? I didn't know that, so that may be something we're doing. We have a claim on the Duchy of Chernigov, which is right in the middle of all of that. We'd still have a land border with it, but yeah, I'd rather take this province up here, to be quite honest. Because this guy would have to give him land or something, and he's a Polish Slav, so I'm not particularly interested in that. But in the meantime, I believe Pskov was going to, you know, get killed. And we are still having issues with Volopharingian succession. It's not a big deal at this stage in time. We'll just have to hold off on it. I think in 2 years we'll be able to start pressing claims and all that sort of stuff. We could use up Flanders, Livonia, or Pest. Yeah, you know what? I'm not concerned about those. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm definitely just not concerned about those. It's not going to be a big deal. Good, good, good. Hold on a minute. Ah, we appear to have had an update. Yes, this has changed our... That's why these are turning up and pinging us with messages, because we used to have these in the low priority tab. So let's just put all of those in the low priority tab. Yeah, this is new here. Now we can see the cardinal appointment score of each of our vassal bishops. If we come here, we can see that my best cardinal candidate is actually this guy, who I don't think he's my direct vassal. And he's actually expected to be next. That's fine. But yeah, this is new. It's just a score telling you how good they would be, or how likely they would be to be cardinals. And I think the highest one we have there is the 400. 484 for Prince Archbishop Diepold. Yeah, not much in the way of anything there. Yeah. So there may be a few differences between this episode and the last few, just because of that update, like just more administrative differences than anything else. So I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Let's just get our war going on up here. Holy War for Novgorod. Da-da-da-da. Can we just park everybody there? Might as well. No reason not to. We'll still catch his troops and just utterly destroy them. Or will we? No, he's actually going to be able to move out. Well, that's somewhat irritating to me. Now, what's happening with all these succession laws? Okay, good. We're no longer going to lose Lotharingia, apparently. That's fine. That's kind of a little sketchy in Bavaria. That's worrying. It's very worrying, actually. That's what caused our problem last time. But soon we should be able to get primogeniture. Pomerania is going pretty well. Look at that. Wait, where was it? There you go. All 6 votes. It's not bad at all. But we do have to deal with Bavaria, because last time I died, so I didn't actually get a vote, which was annoying. But we have it at high crown authority. When are they going to get down here? 1st of December. Ages away. Yeah, so we're getting a lot of messages about people changing their votes around, but I don't think it's too much of a concern for us at this moment in time. Apparently Denmark has gone to High Crown Authority. It's telling us that because we have something in Denmark, I guess? Can we even see into Denmark? We can't, but we have lands in the de jure region of Denmark, therefore it tells us. And he actually took the whole thing. Neat. We do have a claim on Jylland for our vassal, the Countess of Schleswig, which is this one down here. You know what? We are totally going to press that, because I wanted that province. After we deal with some guys over here. Money's coming up. We want to hold about 300 gold at this stage, I believe. What was this? Was this a skirmish retinue? No, this was a shock retinue. And if I was right, I'm not quite sure about this anymore. Yeah, okay, so we needed 2 shock and 2 skirmish to round these guys out. So let's make another skirmish retinue down here in Oberbayern. Just combine those together. And you know what, let's start them marching up here towards Schleswig. And same with this army here, I'll send this army over to Schleswig. Town infrastructure in Nuremberg increased, so let's see. They could now get a university if we had enough money, but maybe we'll save up for one. I mean, we bought one in... Did we buy one here? No, we haven't even bought one in Landshut yet. We bought one in Dachau, but nowhere else. Maybe we'll look into that. But we also almost have enough. Well, we're getting really close to getting our military organization up again, which will be a tremendous strain on our gold income as we try to fill our retinue cap. It's not too much of a concern, though. Some woman died under suspicious circumstances. I mean, our main army here should be able to deal with anything that the Ruthenians throw at us, simply because the Ruthenians have been at war with just like a duke and 2 counts, and they haven't managed to press that anywhere. Like the duke's winning. The population in Maramushek, that place, has been converted to the Catholic faith. I don't know where that was. Maybe up north? No? Down south a little bit? I don't know. Let's find out. Maramushek. There. Oh, that one right there in the mountains. Very nice. Very nice indeed. But yeah, basically what we're doing on this western front, if you will, is we're coming down here and just sort of cleaning up all of the minor, unimportant kingdoms. A daughter was born to me, and we were calling her Ermeltrude. Alright. Wouldn't mind another son, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, everything seems to be coming along quite well for us. We're almost at the point where we can start changing the succession laws, I think. I'm just going to have a look at when I ascended to the throne. Okay, that should be the 3rd of July, if I'm reading that right. If out of the 7th of March. But it's definitely in 1038. So we'll just keep those 2 dates in mind and check them out when the time comes. Nice and easy. Our chaplain is still doing his work in Samland. This slow work. We've got a man in the another man, sorry, in the College of Cardinals, but I think he replaced the one who our previous one. So hey, you know, whatever there. Excuse me. Yeah, looks like it. No big deal. I've kind of given up on playing the Cardinal game, the Curia, just because I don't know what's going on there. Okay, we've successfully besieged that place. We've dragged this woman out. Can we sell her back? We can. We also finished constructing a castle in Polotsk. Down here, if you remember, when we took this province, that castle was under construction. Now it's just ours. And it's utter shit, of course. We're not going to spend any money on it. But it has put us over our defense limit, so we're just going to get rid of it. And now, this fellow is directly beholden to us, but we don't want that to happen. Because now this guy will have an opinion penalty there. Not a big one, but That's because he likes us so much already. But we're going to give him the barony as a vassal. What was it? Was it Maedzel? It was Maedzel. There we go. Just because I like to maintain the sort of feudal bonds and contracts and all that sort of stuff. It's nicer. Yep, good, good. I don't care if you know, insult me when you... Actually, I do kind of care that you insult me when I offer you this lovely sort of 10 gold for just these people. Nice faction this bloke has here. No men, apparently. The Duke of Carinthia is going to be a massive issue. We can't actually change the law in Bavaria while he has a negative opinion of me. So I guess we need to off him. Bit dangerous doing this because he's a vassal in my realm. So if we're caught, it's a negative with pretty much everybody. It's only 10 points though. And I'm kind of hoping that we're not caught because that might also... Okay, so we had this happen again with the construction of a castle. Where is Walmar? Up here. So again, just find it a baron, and we'll be given it as a vassal to this guy. Yeah, the barony of Walmar. There we go, and everybody's happy. Anyway, as I was saying, the worst thing that could happen here is if we're found out, because that would mean that this guy's son, Udo von Sanctifief, this guy, will have a negative opinion of us as well. Because, you know, we killed a close relative. So that wouldn't be good, would it? Yeah, see, I told you that the Sinai guys had no chance of doing anything in Shandex. It's 47.5 purely from the ticking war score. No battles have been fought. Nothing. There's his army, and it's just sitting there in, what, Hebron. I'm not even sure if it's progressing that siege. Bizarre. Sometimes the AI declares war for very stupid places. Siege of Pachoe, lovely. That gives us 100% war score with this fellow. So, we'll enforce demands. Done. Okay, so now we need to find people to give this stuff to. Those ones are nice and easy. But we don't actually have anybody who wants this place. Pleskow, we're going to call it now. Let's move these guys down south to Lepiel, because our next attack is on Orsha there. Let me see, or think. Let's see if we can find a nice German Catholic. Well, he's not German, but he is Catholic. Oh, wait a minute. We were also looking for claimants, if I remember right from last episode. We'd invited a bunch of claimants to our lands of various places. That guy's the Jew, isn't he? Yep. This fellow. He has no claims on anything. Okay. Don't know why he's here then. Let's see. You. Did you have claims on something? Nope. You didn't. Fair enough. We have a lot of people in prison, don't we? No, well, it's what they get, I guess. Frederick? You don't have claims on anything, but you're German Catholic. You're a bit old, but, you know, you'll be fine. Where is it? Pleskow. Done. Good work, lad. Good work. Okay, so... this war here may not end very soon, because the ticking war score will be notoriously slow. But what we'll do is we'll declare war on the Danes, after I check their number of dudes. Look at that. We have 50,000 troops available to us. The next one down has 33,000, and that's the Deccan Empire over in India. Sinai actually has a lot of troops available to it because it was an adventure of conquest, so they still have some of their armies hanging around. But we're looking for Denmark. Denmark has 6,500 troops, so the 5,000 that we're going to have there might not be enough, but I'm willing to take that risk because they're also at war with the English. With the Scottish for the English, and there's a revolt. Let's see where that revolt is. Just here. So that revolt's lost. Shouldn't be too bad. And we can definitely transfer Ruthenians. Oh yeah, look at that. 10,000 personal, 23,000 from vassal levies, and currently 16,000 from my current retinues. Nice. Very nice. And if it comes down to it, I'm sure these 5,000 guys can hold off. Looks like we lost a councillor. Our chancellor. Well, he never really did anything good for us anyway. Okay. I'm going to make Wilhelm here my chancellor, because that will give him 19 points in diplomacy. And then we're going to do something actually, you know what? No, I was thinking of sending him out to fabricate claims, but he can get killed for that. And that's the last thing I want to happen. We're going to send him out to improve diplomatic relations with somebody. Probably somebody in our realm. So, to change the laws of Bavaria, we need to have no vassal, counter above, having a negative opinion of us. Let's just have a look at that. And that should be no vassal in Bavaria. So the only two individuals who have negative opinions of us are the Count of Praha and the Duke of Carinthia. We can't do anything with this Duke. You know what, I'm going to just pull up the calculator app on my laptop and just check this out. So 14 plus 75 plus 10. Just add up all the positive ones first. Geez, I hope I did that right. Okay, 10, 10, 5, and 20. Okay, so he's got a total of 175 positive opinion there. That is immediately wiped out by the title revocations there. So let's see, minus 160, minus 20, minus 15, minus another 20, minus 15, minus 50. So he has... His total, without the cap, because it caps it at 100 either way, is minus 105. So we could potentially send our guy there, and maybe after 4 successful, plus diplomacy hits, we'd get there, but that's a long time to wait and a lot of chance. So we're going to send our guy to the Count of Praha, who is located here. Get that tap up and see how we go. Also, the Praha guy shouldn't matter for Bavaria's stuff. It should only matter for, well, Bohemia, which I believe we still haven't made Bohemia. We made nowhere primogeniture, I know that, but it's at the right spot. I'm just going to check that everywhere is at the right spot. Lithuania is not, but I think I was waiting on them. Yeah, and everybody else is at high, so they're ready to go to Primo. And if we can, we can't do it in a lot of places because we did raise the laws up this time, but if we can, as soon as we get to Primo, we'll go back down to medium crown authority. Oh, well that's fortunate. This guy who didn't like us died. So, yeah, now the only guy with a negative opinion of us in our entire realm is Duke Poppo of Carinthia, who is married to the Duchess of Gelerair. That's going to be a very annoying succession, actually, because that guy's going to be a double duke. I just do not like that. Whatever. Okay, there's a jihad for Anatolia. Now that's terrible news instead of, this doesn't concern us. Because the ruler of Anatolia is a Catholic. Due to, us. It's this kid here. Who's his heir? Prince Ulrich, my kinsman. That's alright. I don't know who Adamar de Asti is. That's concerning. This kid. We might have to have this kid murdered at some point. Just give him a little point there. Thank you. Alright. So, we're going to move our Chancellor out of that place on the 26th of this year. Of November this year. Okay. Well, this army's in position. I'm just going to move that one over there, and I think that's appropriate. Yep, looks good to me. We have a lot of money. I think we should spend some of that money on something. We'll try and buy something worth 400. So a barony in Andex, maybe? Oh no, let's improve the keep in Nuremberg. That's fine. Good. Walking alone on the battlements late one night, you suddenly see a shining white shape appearing in the sky above you. It seems to be moving towards you, or maybe away. There's a strange sound in the air too, like a whispering. What is going on? The Virgin has appeared to me. I have been blessed. 30 piety. Okay. That's neat. New Duke in Pomerania doesn't particularly like us because he's ambitious. I just pay him a little bit of money, 20 gold, for a little boost. No drama. Alright, King Mads Ironside, which is an awesome name. We're going to war. The danger here is that he can get an army here and then just attack up there and I'll have nowhere to go. Particularly if it's a large army, but what I'm banking on is that it won't be. Oh, this idiot told everybody about my murder plot. So now this guy will never get on side of us, ever. Like, it's just not going to happen. Also, our vassals probably, yeah, the Duchess of Tyrol has a dishonourable penalty against us. It's not great. We can soak maybe one more of those before we're just going to have to say, fuck it. And the problem is that he's still kind of in the prime of his life sort of thing. We can't rely on him dying of old age is what I'm trying to say there. Okay, well, how about King Sigurd the Cruel here? We've got a war going on to claim Orsha. Let's go. I just kind of want to keep an eye on things like this. This lets me see what's happening in Denmark and what's happening in Ruthenia. We've got training grounds built in Eppenstein. That's increased our retinue cap by almost 400 points, it appears. That's awesome. I wouldn't mind it so much with that whole old plot discovery thing up here, if that would actually fire and go ahead and we could be done with it, sort of thing. If the guy would actually get murdered. That's what I'm trying to say. Another faction show up, nothing too important. No, all good. The population of Podlasie has converted to the Catholic faith. Excellent. Oh, wonderful. The King of Denmark has called in the King of West Francia. Oh, that's irritating. I should have checked that he had that ally. He's also got the King of England on board. Let's check who the Ruthenian's allied with. The King of Bulgaria, who likes me a lot more, so he won't call in. What I'm going to do is take this province fast, not caring too much about casualties. Take this province fast. Do we get a new Duke in Pomerania all of a sudden? Like another new Duke in Pomerania. Neat. Or Pomerelia, that one was. Anyway, we're going to take this province fast. Maybe see if we can sort out some Ruthenian armies, and then head on over here to basically defeat West Francia's armies. Or smash Denmark up a little bit. Good. Because I'm a little wary about being involved in a war with Denmark, who we said that we could kind of have about the same number of troops with this retinue, and West Francia, which I know has a lot of, like a fair amount of troops. So we just have to, you know, account for that. Let's just take that bishopric. Done, nice. So that's given us 40 war score and ticking. And we also get a bit of war score from that other guy's sieges of Grodno. And you know what? He thinks he's lost the war already. Alright, let's go all the way over here then. And he's going to offer us peace anyway. And he surrenders, and Prince Wilhelm has gotten Orsha. Excellent! Yeah, that's really good. I appreciate that. Now we could potentially usurp Verbetsk. We're not going to do that just yet because it doesn't really do anything for us. It gives us a casus belli on Vitebsk here, but we can't push that because that would be the Ruthenian. We can't declare war on him. Alright, that's suddenly put a lot of weight off my mind for this war over here. As soon as we take all 6 of these holdings, wow, that's a lot, we can just get our army and park them in Finn. Not only would that be almost impossible to assault, because you've got to cross over all these straits in the Sound, but then our other army can come down and, you know, fuck with the French. Good, good. Tech's ever increasing. Did we set our spy master? Okay, yep, we've got to reassign our spy master somewhere. Because last time we put him up here to assassinate an adventurer for cheap, and it was really, really worth it. Like, I've got to say, it was one of the best 50 gold I've ever spent. Okay, so let's have a little bit of a look around of technology. Let's zoom out a bit so we get rid of those crests. Down here does pretty good for light infantry, as does Constantinople and such, of course. What about cavalry? Constantinople again. Yep, that's fair enough. Shipbuilding? Mm-hmm. Nowhere does better at siege equipment, heavy infantry, or military organization than I do. Castle infrastructure? Wow, okay, that's nice. But I think we're not leaders, but we're very close to being leaders, so maybe if we sent a guy to Rome, but Rome has shit military technology. Town infrastructure. Ooh. You know what? Down here doesn't look too bad. I do want to get that cavalry up a bit. They don't have much of it down there. Let's see. Achaia, Arta, and Tirnovo. Yeah, not good at the light infantry scale of things. No, maybe Arta is good at castle infrastructure, or town infrastructure that is. Church infrastructure, yeah, really don't care too much. Improved keeps, no, we're the best. Don't care about trade practices, construction's fine. Popular customs, this is the really tough decision about where to put your dudes. You know what? We might just bang someone down in a chair and see how it goes. So, Spy Master, start spying. How's that done for us? Yes, so we're getting a bit... Oh, let's just wait for the month to tick over before we judge that. Where's our army at? All the way over there. So, the annoying thing here is that we have to cross the Empire. Whereas I kind of wanted to hang around down here in Galich and all that sort of stuff. You know what, actually, the West Francians don't seem to be coming too much at us, so let's just head down to here and hold off. If they do look like they're coming at us, we'll start the move. We could also call either Aquitaine or the Byzantine in, but... We can't call the Byzantine in, but we could call the Aquitanian in. We're not going to do that. There's not much in, the point of doing that. My wife is pregnant again! Hey! 5 prestige. Good on me. Excuse me. How are those trade posts going down south? Oh, good. They've got all 4 of them again, so we'll be declaring war on Venice shortly, I feel, because it was just a really awesome way of getting money. You can't call him to war. Who is this guy? He's independent. Rashka. Oh, all the way down there. Oh, the Byzantine must have lost that independence revolt. Huh. Oh well. That's fine by me. And some of those places will be Catholic, some of them will be Orthodox. Yeah, there's quite a few actually. That's both annoying and kind of cool. It doesn't really affect us too much because we can't take advantage of these guys suddenly not being part of the Byzantine Empire. Excuse me. But, hey, could be right. Yes, I'm not seeing much in the way of troop movement. And that's a good thing. Once we get through this castle, we'll be able to just obliterate the rest of them. But we do have to get through that castle. Look, let's just go to war with Galich, I think. Allies, King of Hungary, he can't call into war because he can't join any current wars. He could join in if we declare war, but I'm pretty much fine with that. It's a holy war! And it should not be difficult for us. There's a bit of a Danish army there. It's sizable, it's over 1,000 men. But it's nothing I'm really concerned about. They're just going to sit there. That's cool. Just keep a little bit of an eye on them, make sure that they don't reinforce or something. We have a peasant revolt. You can see it just popped up right there. Ah, no matter, it's only 3,500 dudes. You know what? I might raise... excuse me, I'm having a little bit of an issue there with those fake burps, if you will. I'm just going to raise up some troops and we'll go and kick them in. It's not a big deal. But I would like to stop leading my own army. Thank you. I mean, we kind of could, but we're not... While we have a good martial stat, we're not technically... you know what? We might take a chance. Yeah, we might take a chance. Let's just gather all the armies up and I'll put myself on one of the flanks. Because we could get some nice things happen with it. Like, I don't know, some modifiers. We'll see. Could be a very bad decision. Okay, it's 10:38. It's good. We're getting in about time to start looking at those law changes. Come on, there we go. Gathered up. It's almost 10,000 men. We will lead this flank. We will have this guy here and this guy here. On we go. And yeah, that's a good attack pattern. We successfully besieged Horsens, so now we move on to the really easy places. I don't know where that 1,500 man army went. It seems to have gone away. That's fine. No big drama there. Ah, excuse me. Okay, now that's a bit of an issue. We'll just have to deal with that. It's slightly more men than we have. We should have better commanders. They are still coming up at us though, so I guess we'll just see how this goes. That's a big issue. Right. Now we're in for it. So I'm going to ignore these rebels, and we're just going to plow straight up there. God damn, this is going to be irritating. Yeah. Major pain in the ass. They may wipe us out here. Or at least force us to flee. Are we getting there the 11th of April? Let me just check to see... Okay, now we have reigned for at least 10 years. That's good. So we'll have that in mind. Oh, this is going to be painful. Hey, these guys are successfully besieged their place. Wonderful. Yeah, we're going to ignore the peasants for the moment. Because this is going to hurt. Right. Oh, it's going to hurt worse than I thought it was going to. These guys are actually pretty good military commanders. Where did they get there? The 20th. Okay, well good. We've collapsed the flanks. Or the centre, anyway. There's the issue. The good thing here is that the King of West Francia is not very good at what he does. Unfortunately, we're having major issues in our flanks. We've done pretty well, actually. What's that? Senok down here. Good. We've actually done really well for being outnumbered 2-1. Holy shit. Holy shit, we won! Oh my god, how did that... We won that! We somehow won that. We captured this dude and made him our prisoner. Let's ransom him back. I don't understand. Actually, I do understand how that happened because our center flank kicked ass. That's incredible. And now this whole army is going to come down here and meet with the, royal army. A little bit of a risk putting our king in the firing line, basically. But it shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be too bad. Why does this guy... Oh, right, he's supported by Duke Poppo. He's supported by Duchess Tyrrell. Huh. Who knows why? We have a son, Gottschalk. Lovely. Good lad. Okay, and here's our little offensive action. Do we successfully siege all of this place? No, there's still a barony. No drama. Excellent, we've finally got a murder attempt on Duke Poppo. Ah, good. This is what I hoped would happen. My experience in matters of war has increased, and there are many things you will do differently in future battles. What will you focus on? Focus on the attack. That gives us aggressive leader, which is minus 20% defense, plus 10% damage, plus 20% on the pursuing routed enemies. Focus on the defense, which is minus 20% damage, plus 10 defense. Learn to inspire. That's the one which gives us awesome things when we lead the center. We'll focus on the feint, which is we trick them around a little bit. I'm going to try inspiring leader. Not that we will be leading our troops too much in the future, but hey, maybe we would. Who knows? I'd like to capture the King of France. Well, we captured Borgwald Orson. Now he's actually a pretty good military dude, but it would cost us 20 piety to execute him. I'm going to execute him. I'm going to take the piety hit. Too valuable. And yeah, let's go on over to Finn and just wipe these guys out, basically. And then we'll deal with these peasants. Oh, there's another French army. Doesn't matter, because we've just had a peace offer come in from Denmark. The Duke did not drink the wine, but we weren't discovered. Okay. We accept your offer of peace. Whew. Quite a war. Quite a war. Just need to get these guys back to our territory, and then we'll put them down. Because this army here, after it reinforces slightly, should be able to deal with those peasants. That was a little bit of excitement for the episode, wasn't it? I didn't expect to win that fight. Like, between retinue and that army. Because that army was twice as large as we were. Just goes to show how awesome Holy Roman soldiers are. This woman has created the... That's who we basically just won that county for, by the way. She's created the duchy of Schleswig. Wonderful. We still can't usurp his title. One, because he's at war, and two, because we probably don't hold enough. I think we needed one more. Unfortunately, we no longer have a valid casus belli, and we've got a truce anyway. So, whatever. All good. Now, we do have to be out of war in order to change our succession laws. That includes this peasant rebellion. So what I'm really hoping is that the Byzantine doesn't try to call us into the crusade or the jihad. That would be bad. Because that will not end for a while. This is how those things just naturally seem to go. Better unpause it. We do have some money to spend, so let's look into spending that. What could we spend it on? Keeping his Dojmo wouldn't be a terrible idea. You know what, we'll buy a stables improvement in Wittelsbach, and we'll also buy stables in Snojmo. Good. It's quite excellent. I wish we'd lose this stressed thing, though. That's kind of irritating me. It's just sitting there and being annoying, really. Almost there, rebels. Don't you worry. So hopefully this one goes well for us. It should. Rebels ain't shit. There we go. Nice little route. Just some peasant murder, basically. And we'll chase him down, because then it's always better to get the 100%, or not 100%, but to get the surrender from them. We've got bowmen ready to strike at Duke Poppo. Approve the plan. Hopefully this kills him and nobody finds out. And we've won the peasant rebellion. It's always better to just enforce demands. I mean, it's only 10 points of prestige difference in this case, but, you know. Okay, so where can we send these guys to next? I think we had something to do in Varazdin, didn't we? Why, yes we did. We had a claim on Varazdin. Who are you allies with? The King of Italy. Alright, so Italy might get involved, but that's alright. The Galatian War should actually be fairly simple for us. And it gives us all of that. That's a lot of stuff. My daughter requires an education. How about diplomacy? Or actually, I'm not going to give it a due. Come on, that would just be weird. Diplomacy. Why not because she's Italian. We've got a lot of things to do when we finally get out of war, don't we? The Duchess of Gelre, that'll be fine. We've got to go on a pilgrimage, we've got to deal with all this succession stuff. We killed him. And we won't find out. Yes, he was caught in a deadly arrow crossfire between the scroll depository and a grassy knoll. The story we concocted about a lone bowman seems to be working perfectly. One less threat to the establishment. Alright, so now this guy likes us. That's good, that's done with. Now I feel like we were still going to try and murder this child here. Let me just check on that. Yes, I certainly was. Let's get our stab on. And we can mark him, we can unmark him as an interesting character. And we're killing him because he's second in line to the Byzantine throne. And we want to ensure that the Ludolfingers hold that place forever. And we need to put a new character in there. Let's try the Mayor of Kolno. Excellent. How are things going with technology? He's really not getting much of a cavalry bonus there, so military is useless. We're getting some town infrastructure and a little bit of religious customs, and tolerance. That's worthless to us, seriously. It's not helping us in any way. Let's just send him back to Constantinople itself and see what that does for us. Oh, excellent. Samland has been converted to the Catholic faith. We can reassign our chaplain. And we'll put him in this place here. Yatvyagi. Because we can't rely on anybody else to change that place, as we're the guy who owns it. Good. Yeah, apparently the Galatians were attacking the Ruthenian and doing quite poorly. The Queen of Italy has agreed that we could kill this little child. Good work. Get on that. Chop chop, if you will. We are going to have to end this episode rather shortly. One, because it's getting on to that time. We've got a new pope, by the way. He likes us. Good, good, good. Excellent. I'd love to know if we could do something with Queen Antonella here. I mean, maybe we can... You know what? Can we actually press any? No, we don't. And that weak claim probably won't do all that well, simply because it's a weak claim, and there's very rarely would there be a reason to be able to press a weak claim on the papacy. Simply because, when does the papacy ever have a regent or a female ruler or something like that? Excuse me. So maybe we'll just have to, you know, get down there and do what my original plan was, which was to fabricate a claim. Anyway, yeah, we're going to be wrapping this episode up shortly. Two reasons. One, it's getting close to the hour mark. And two, because I'm getting hungry and would like to... Not hungry, but hungry. I know. And I would like to eat lunch. So, you know, good reasons, I think. And we've succeeded with a plot to kill Adamar Durasti, and nobody worked it out. We're pretty good at plotting for somebody who isn't very good at plotting, aren't we? Excellent. And all of this is still fine. Goes Ulrich, Adela, Winfreda. Adela is married to this guy. That's the issue there, so maybe we could kill this guy? We certainly can, and we will. Did that give us like a... Yeah, okay. I misread the decimal place on that. But basically, if we don't kill that guy, they'll keep churning out children who would have a troublesome sort of thing. We also have two guys in the College of Cardinals. Woo! That's so cool. What will it do for us? Nothing. Never does anything for us. We have successfully captured a lot of people out of that siege. A lot of people. So we could ransom this guy off. He's the heir, though. Ah. We've practically won this. We have, in fact, won this. Let me just get rid of all of these damn things. But we appear to have captured both the heir and some other dude. So, what we're going to do is basically hold most of these people for ransom. So this guy is the heir, so we're not going to send him off just yet. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. That's a yes. She's not actually important, so we'll just send her off. Orsha has converted to the Catholic faith. Good on him. Excellent, excellent. What else do we have? Fedot and Daya. Okay, so this is the only other one he'll get rid of. And you know what? Bugger it. We'll just... I can't believe he won't actually accept it. Let's just attack this town, win this war, and we'll end the episode about after I distribute the lands. We won. Wonderful. So that's a lot of us being over the limits, of course, and all this red lettering and stuff. This place has a barony, so that's very good for us. Let's just see what else happens. This place has a barony. That's exceptional. Does the next one have a barony too? It does! Oh, this is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So, how are you? You're pretty good. You can have terrible of that place. Where is he? You. How you doing, Bernhard? It's a pretty cool name. He's good. So, grant landed title, Galich. Wonderful. And Paramichal, let's see, Frederick. Ah, you're pretty good. Not wonderful, but not bad. It's Paramichal. Done and done. That's sorted. Now we do have a couple of other options for war over here, mainly Perishin here. That will put us in contact with Bulgaria, which is Orthodox, so we're not going to attack it too much. But, you know, we are going to do that. It's part of what we're going for. But we're at that time again, so if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below the video. I'll respond to them as best I can. Look at that name, it's just nicely spread. Nicely spread across the bit of Europe there. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you would like to see more of this sort of thing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But, in the meantime, I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.